Welcome to F Local Sports, and I'm gonna be reacting to the Seattle Storm versus Atlanta Dream WNBA game that took place earlier today. Let's get into it.
Sort of ironic when you consider Alicia Gray won the three-point contest, an all-star weekend, as she's off the mark in the mid-range. Diggin Smith leaking out. Canada's back. Jostled it from Diggin Smith, but Diggin Smith able to finish.
Diggin Smith, she is going to get in your behind, and she's a 50 player. She does not quit on plays. You got to match her intensity.
You know, for as gloried a career as she has had, she looks for another bucket and connects. Find a lane on Horston. Storm up 7 early. Around the horn to Gray. Lines it up. Knocks it down.
That is what Atlanta has been waiting to see from Alicia Gray. You mentioned
Charles won it in the post. Plants the screen instead for Howard. Draws Russell on the switch. Oh, threads the needle and the easy bucket by Charles.
Beautiful basketball, right?
Howard, stop and pop. And there is Horston for the rebound. Jordan Horston has Holmes leaking out, catches, gathers, lays it in.
And that was one thing that Tanisha Wright told me earlier of Jordan Holmes.
Stops the 6-0 Atlanta run. And the answer from inside the foul line by Howard.
Seattle, when they got 2 feet in the paint, something they didn't do with Skylar Diggin Smith before the first quarter break.
Diggin Smith with the theft of Parker Tyus. Barreling in with the left hand. 2 more for Diggin Smith, but again, off the forced turnover. They can agitate like few teams in the W. Off the flare, Howard.
Well, they're active and they communicate.
Oh, Howard with 2 hands in her face. Fading away.
Contact, no problem.
Steal from behind by Gray. 3-on-1. Canada leads it. The no-look to Howard. And the lay-in to put the Dream on top. And a timeout for the Storm. Andy Jones in for the first time, trailing Whitcomb around the screen. Almost threw it away. Rescued by Mag McGore. Shot clock at 8. Whitcomb always a threat from 3. With a hand in her face, knocks it down. We're trying to put her on skates. Terrific defense by Jones. Crowd wanted to travel. Here's Lloyd with the leader to beat the shot clock.
Tough break, but a good job by Lloyd.
With New York at the end of Tanisha's career.
Isn't that crazy that Tanisha Wright was teammates or played against some of the coaches and also some of the people on the floor at the same time?
First foul on Charles. And she's out defending Mercedes Russell. Backdoor, Lloyd, and turns into an alley-oop. And the base. First foul on Charles. And she's out defending Mercedes Russell. Backdoor, Lloyd, and turns into an alley-oop. And the baseline jumper off the mark. Rebound, Howard. Beg your pardon, that's Charles. Charles rattles it down.
I love it because Tina Charles had 2 players on.
Now Canada. Gray with the scoop. Wave it off, offensive foul. Here's a Ghoul McKay. Little jab step to clear a space and drops it down.
That was a beautiful shot from the Ghoul McKay.
With the lob, Joyner Holmes has the mismatch. To Horston, the fadeaway gets the roll.
Nice bounce.
See, sort of sneakily becoming one of the emerging players in this league town.
And just a sophomore at that, but you know what Ryan Howard says, you gave me a little bit too much space.
Canada, the slip. Parker Tyus, the scoop.
Nice job by Parker Tyus to not put that ball back on the floor. Just used her length to get past the defense.
You know, some players, I think, welcome the Olympic and All-Star break. Some just wanted that season to roll on. Diggin Smith with 2 more. Cheyenne Parker Tyus might have been one of those who hated to see that Olympic break come up.
Mouthing the words, wake up.
Gray, downhill, off the tap, and she lays it in.
Beautiful job by Alicia Gray.
A high screen from Agumake. Diggin Smith, the spin, the fade, got it, and a foul. Dream just 33% from the floor. They work the high low to Charles. That patented step back. Pure as the moment she entered the league.
Fighting around larger players, is the only one down there to grab the rebound.
Did a good job to body up Horston, but offensively, Canada, the former Storm, 0 of 6 from the floor. Banks that up and in. Entry pass tipped away. Horston front in the post on Charles. And she throws it behind Lloyd. Free in the corner. Gray has it. All of a sudden, a break for the Dream, and it's Gray filling the lane with the left hand. Lloyd on the back cut through the hands of Horston, unable to be saved. Yes, it was by Lloyd. And now it's Agumake with the soft touch.
Says, listen, I'm not that wide open, so I'm just give it up to the bigger posts as Jewell Lloyd starts to get her offense going.
Man, Jewell Lloyd can get you a bucket. They learned that in Paris. They're learning that tonight in Atlanta. Lloyd, 4 30-point games this year, led the league in scoring last year, enters the second half of the season, fourth, as that three falls from Howard.
Just so smooth, Andy. I mean, she didn't even...
Against a Minnesota team that leads the league in defensive rating. She's starting to cook. Another three, good! And a timeout for Seattle.
We've seen this Ryan Howard in the past, and she's telling... Still talking about the play. She's going to lay the ball up. Come on, Becca.
Ryan Howard, 8 third-quarter points, another three. Splash some holy water on Ryan Howard. Call an exorcism.
At 22, and notice the difference, Andy. Atlanta has put the ball in her hands as the primary ball handler in this third quarter.
But the three right back from Agumake. Storm looking to capitalize off the turnover, stunt some of the Atlanta momentum. Here's Lloyd, off balance and off glass.
And that's what turnovers do. You can see
in our third quarter. Lloyd, the crossover, blocked by Caldwell.
Beautiful defense.
Oh, and the bounce ahead. Hillman, can she track it down? Yes, and the finish. That was like skipping a rock across a pond. Sammy Whitcomb back in. Trying to unhinge herself from Caldwell. Gets through and lays it home.
Nifty move right there. Nifty move right there by Sammy Whitcomb. We know her for shooting the three-point shot, but she can do a little bit of that too.
Coming off a bronze medal herself with Australia. Layup good, 2 more by Howard. 17 first half points, 2 here in the third. The entry to Magdagor. Lowers the shoulder and knocks it down. Momentarily silences this Gateway Center crowd. Flying in comes Hillman for the board and the bucket.
Naz Hillman has saved so many plays for Atlanta in this game.
Caldwell with the skip. Gray with the three. Gray short racing in, grabs it back. Down the baseline and scores.
This place is ready to explode.
Canada hounded. Fighting her way through. Up and in. And one. Was not. Fighting.
This is ready to explode.
Canada hounded. Fighting her way through. Up and in. And one. Was not to be denied.
Diggins Smith before she can get to the rim and knocks that out of bounds.
Oh, open Lloyd, and that is a scary sight. Howard met on the catch by Horston. Stalled off the three-point line with a shot clock at 3. Has to create, takes a bump, banks it in. She was just shot clock at 3. Has to create, takes a bump, banks it in. She was just trying to shoot for contact, but that's up in the chest of Lloyd. Those two will be joined at the hip for the last 6 minutes. Diggins Smith sliding down the baseline, drops it off to Magdagor.
Beautiful.
Diggins since her rookie year, but she's averaging a career best in assists. The fall away by Canada.
I love it. She's finding a different way.
Howard surveying as Hillman squatting in the post, got the seal, got the lay-in. And the Dream have their largest loose Jordan Canada, who reverses to Gray. Gray with the hezzy, the spin on Lloyd, over 2 defenders, doesn't matter.
Alicia Gray has had a somewhat...
Cleared by Lloyd, as Vivian's leaking out, throws it off her back down to Diggins Smith for the lay-in. Playing some pinball in the open floor. Diggins Smith picks her pocket. Canada in pursuit. Here's Diggins Smith gliding in, and it's a 2-point game. Uncharacteristic from Ryan Howard. Diggins Smith looking for a quick 2. The scoop and the score. Quick trigger 3 and air ball. Saved over the baseline by Lloyd. A 3 to tie. Oh! You have to be kidding me! Oh! An air ball. Quick 2. The scoop and the score. Quick trigger 3 and air ball. Saved over the baseline by Lloyd. A 3 to tie. Oh! You have to be kidding me! In it comes to Charles. Charles one dribble up and in! 1.8 seconds left, no timeout for the Storm. It comes into Lloyd. Does she get bumped? No foul. And the comeback is complete, and the Dream knock off the Storm. What a finish here inside Gateway Center Arena.
Okay. So Atlanta won. They came back to win that game. I'll look at the box score. That was a really good game. I do not know what to expect out of it. Skylar Diggins Smith, she went off. She had 29 points, 5 assists, 11, 21 from the field. As we saw, she was going off in the game. Who was Lloyd, the one that made that last shot to tie it at 81. She had 21 points, 5 rebounds. But shot 7 of 19 from the field. So field goal percentage wasn't the best, but she definitely made an impact. And that's why the other people for the Dream. Ron Howard, she had 30 points, 3 assists, 8 rebounds, 10 of 16 from the field, 5 of 9 from 3. And the Atlanta Dream team had 4 players in double figures. Man, that was a really good game. I enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. That's it. Peace.